So guys, this is off our second generation 2013 Mini Cooper Coupe R58. This is the mass airflow sensor, guys. So if you're trying to troubleshoot it, hopefully you can find some good information in this video. So I'm just going to let this video play, and hopefully you'll find some information helping you troubleshoot it.
So this is what our mass airflow sensor is looking like, guys. Airflow is looking like, guys. There you go. And we're close to operating temperature, not quite there yet. But that's what your signal should look like for your mass airflow sensor as you're reaching operating temperature. See, the frequency is at 18.93 hertz. Peak to peak 4.8 volts. Average 2.59 volts. Right there. There's our signal, guys. That's what our signal is going to look like. So if you look at that's our channel 1. So that horizontal, I'm still learning how to use this, guys. I'm not gonna lie. But it looks like that frequency between the lines, the top line, 35.71 hertz. We got 28 milliseconds in between from those two peaks before we transition back to the bottom peak. But that's what, so basically this is what your, if you're having problems with your mass airflow sensor, if you have an oscilloscope, guys, this is the type of signal you're looking for. And we're about operating temperature, or really close to operating temperature about right now, guys. So that's what you're looking for your mass airflow sensor, your sensor line. And let's go back to our temperature. And for your temperature, guys, this is what you're going to be looking at. That frequency, I think it went down. We're down to 19.2 hertz, but as you're reaching operating temperature, that temperature and the yellow wire, that's what we're going to be looking at about right now, okay? So if you have an oscilloscope and you're wondering if it's operating correctly, this is what you're looking for, guys. This is what you're looking for. And again, that's our mass airflow sensor. So guys, our orange wire, that's going to be our reference 5 volts. Our white wire is going to be our ground. Our blue wire is going to be our mass airflow sensor wire, and our yellow wire is our temperature, right? So this is ignition on, ignition on. Okay, ignition on. Channel 1 is our yellow. Okay, let me clear this up. Maybe my one is going to be our yellow. Okay, channel 1 is going to be our mass airflow, and channel 2, which is our blue, that's going to be our temperature. So this is ignition on. So let's go. So now we have the key outside the ignition, guys, and we're still seeing a signal going into channel 1. Channel 1 is our blue one, our mass airflow sensor. Channel 2, yellow, which is the blue. Okay, yellow is channel 1, mass airflow. Channel 2 is going to be our temperature, and that's 0 volts. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. So now what we're seeing, guys, is you still see our signal. Let's see if we can get a better signal. Looks like we got a lot of interference going on. Let me see if I can clear this up and we can take a look. So guys, as this engine gets to operating temperature, that yellow wire, our temperature, this is what we're going to be looking at, guys. This is what your waveform is going to look like as your engine is warming up. We're at 25.48 megahertz peak to peak, and that's your average. Our V2 is near 0 volts. So it looks like we're rising up between 0 to 4.8 volts, guys. It's really hard to get a clear picture about what's going on there. May just have to record this. Let me go ahead and record this. So with our probing our blue wire, we're varying between 0 and 4 volts. Let's look at our channel 1. There we go. So we're at 18.93 megahertz. Our peak to peak is 4.84. Our average is 2.49 volts. Okay. So that's what that signal should look like. And this is just ignition on. And then let's probe our yellow wire to see what's going on here. And nothing for our yellow wire. So we got the blue wire, and we saw this was our, there we go, we got our reference voltage. Okay, so let's continue on and see what's going on. We got our signal, it's varying between 0 and like 4.76 volts. If we look at with ignition on, we got our wires right there. So that wire right there, guys, with ignition on, we're gonna have voltage. You see that, guys? It looks like that's our reference voltage, 4.76 volts, and this is ignition on, car not running. Now let's probe our white wire. Nothing. Ignition on, you should have nothing, 0 volts. You see our V2 is about 0. Our V1 is at 4.76 volts. So let's do the blue wire. Let's see what's going on with the blue wire. This is just ignition on, guys. Ignition on. So ignition on, guys. So we have a single. So the blue wire, we got a single, and it's varying.